What is a demand gen campaign in Google Ads and how do you set one up? So in this video, I'm going to tell you a bit about what a demand gen campaign is in Google Ads, and I'm also going to tell you step by step on how you can create one for yourself. Before I do, I'd like you to hit the subscribe button. My name is Ajay Dhunna. I'm a Google Ads expert. I've been running Google Ads for the best part of 20 years. So I think I know a thing or two about how to set up successful and profitable Google Ads campaigns right from day one. What I also recommend before you carry on is download this book. It's called How to Win Customers with Google Ads. What it will show you is it will show you how you can build profitable Google Ads campaigns right from day one and take out the guesswork. The only thing you need to do is to cover the postage and packaging, and the book will be shipped right to your door. Let's get on with the show. So what is a demand gen campaign in Google Ads? Demand gen is the new word for the previous discovery type of campaigns. So in demand gen campaigns, what you can do is you can reach out to real customers that matter to you to help you bring more conversions, more sales into your business. And what it does, it's a special campaign whereby your ads will be shown on multiple platforms such as YouTube Shorts, discovery campaigns, Gmail campaigns, and then Google will decide where to show your ads or your videos based on the criteria that you have specified on what type of customers that you wish to reach. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how you can create a demand gen campaign step by step and in an easy to understand type of manner. I won't go into all the advanced features. I'll keep it quite simple, right? The advanced features I can discuss in a different video, so that's why I suggest subscribe to it, so when I do create the more advanced video, you'll be the first to be notified. Here we go. So we're in one of my test campaigns here, and I'm going to click on the plus sign as you normally do and click on the add new campaign button here. And then over here, it obviously gives you your usual options like sales, leads, website traffic. But what I'm going to do on this occasion, I'm going to hit create a campaign without goal guidance, because all these options do is that they really filter down which options that you see. So if I click on sales, it'll show purchases. If I show leads, it'll show other options and so on. So I'm going to click this option here. And then what you'll see in the bottom right hand corner is this option here, demand gen, and it says run ads on YouTube, Gmail, Discover and more. So you click on that, and now what it's doing is that because this is a test account, so I'm not actively running campaigns on this particular Google Ads account, it's telling me, hey, I need to verify these actions because they haven't been used for some time, so ignore these. And what Google sometimes does is it says what type of conversions do you want. Just ignore it and just click on continue, because we'll go into that in a little bit later on. So click on the continue button here, and like all good practices, what it's doing is it's telling me that, hey, I need to create a campaign and campaign name. So I can type in, for example, just home furniture, or I can type in something a bit more specific like beds or tables and so on. And then I'm going to call it demand gen, so I know what type of campaign it is that I'm creating. My spelling is absolutely atrocious. And over here, because this campaign is for an e-commerce website, what it's done, we've already linked this account with our Google Ads account, so our Google Merchant Center account. So it's showing me the actual feed, the actual Google Merchant Center feed. So that's what's linked over here. So it's saying that, do you want to take products from your Google Merchant Center feed? So I'm typing in yes over there. So I'm just selecting it. I can actually click on no over here if I wanted to, and just enter my own criteria. So for now, I'm just going to leave that enabled so that it's selecting my feed from Google Merchant Center. And then we scroll down and say, what type of campaign do you want to create? What's your ultimate goal? Do you want conversions? Do you want clicks? Or do you want to work on a specific conversion value? So this is not enabled at the moment. Once we get data, then this gets enabled, and once you've got a conversion tracking set up, then this gets enabled. So for now, I'm simply going to click on conversions. Then it goes down and say, what type of conversions do you want? Do you want phone calls, or do you want actual purchases? So I'm going to click on purchases because I don't want phone calls. You scroll down, Now here's an interesting one. It says, what is your target cost per action? Now, in other words, that what type of ROI or or ROAS do you want to achieve from your Google Ads campaign? I recommend you leave that blank for now and only fill that in once you've got some data, because once you've got some data, you might see that your current conversion rate is, say, £15 per CPA, and then you can say, okay, well, based on 15%, for £15, we would have got 15% lower, so it'd be at £14 or £13 or whatever, right? But if you don't know, don't just wish for a target CPA, put any old value there. So then it's going to ask you for your daily budget, and like Google always does, whatever budget you can specify, it's going to tell you to spend more anyway. So in this case, I'm going to say £5 a day, and here we go. Google comes up and says, hey, you need to spend at least £41 a day, because that's what we recommend, right? So you can either go with that or you can ignore it. I'd ignore it. Just go with your budget for now, whatever suits you. This is a good thing. You can also specify an end date. So you can say that, hey, I only want this campaign to run for a particular amount of time, because it could be a seasonal offer or something, right? Now I'm going to leave these options here, like your location and language settings. So I'm going to leave these alone. Device I'm going to leave. Ad scheduling I'm going to leave, because this goes into more of the optimization, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of this video. I just want to show you how to create a campaign, and then you can go into these later on or watch my advanced video, which I'll go into a lot more detail. So click on go to ad groups. So over here I can now say, now what's interesting is that I can name my ad group based on the products I wish to sell, right? So for example, if I click on here, it's already telling me that I can select all the products or specific products, right? So over here, it's selected brand by default. So I've only got one brand in the website at the moment, and this is picking up all this data from our Google Merchant Center feed. But you can also go into, say, product type, and you can say, hey, I only want to sell, for example, kitchenware, right? So from your merchant feed, this campaign can be about just kitchenware, in which case I want to rename that to, say, kitchen products. Okay, so that's the ad group, remember, right? So you can really filter down what type of products do you want to do. And what I recommend is, when creating an ad group, keep it modularized. So don't do kitchen and home decor and garden all in one campaign, right? Otherwise you'll be sending mixed messages. Your ads won't be that high quality. In this way you can keep your relevancy quite high. So we can see that we got a 106 product in our Google Merchant Center feed, and we're going to select kitchenware. So this is really good for e-commerce when setting up a demand gen campaign for e-commerce. Now I want to scroll down, and this is super important. Where do you want your ads to appear? Is it every country? Is it the whole of your country, or is it a specific location? And if you've been following my YouTube channel, I always say start off small, start off from a local area. Don't tackle even the whole of the UK. So over here, I'm going to click on advanced, and I'm going to say, okay, for the sake of this campaign, what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm just going to target London, okay, or Birmingham, or whatever it is. So that's a small geographical area, which means that your budget is a lot more focused, and you're not spreading your budget too thin. So you can learn a lot more quicker, and then once the campaign works, you can start expanding out into other areas. So click on the save button. Your languages, I normally leave it as all languages, but some people prefer to, say, put it into English or whichever language they wish to. So I'm going to leave it as all languages for now. So this is where it gets really interesting. We can now create an audience, and our audience is, who do we want to target? What type of people do we want to target? So we'll click on create an audience, and we can give it a name here. So before we give it a name, I'm just going to show you a couple of things. So we can create custom audiences, like so. We can say that people who have any interest in these products, or people who have recently searched on these products on Google, and then you can start giving it some type of a name, and then Google will say, like, for example, home goods shopping, for example. So you know that they're in market for shopping or they've been looking around, or they've been typing into Google home goods store near me. And what you're doing is you're really qualifying the people that your ads are going to be shown to. Okay, so for the sake of now, I'm just going to select that. You can select multiple as well. So you can let me type in furniture, type in furniture, repair shop, or furniture repairs near me, or home furniture store near me. So I really want to target these people, right? So your ads are now being shown to very relevant people for your e-commerce website, and regardless of what platform your website's built in. So now I'm going to click on the save button. Sorry, before that, before I do that, I've got to give it a segment name. So this is, I'm going to call it home furniture. And more interestingly, on the right hand side, you can see the general amount of impressions that the ad will be served to, the gender, the age, and so on. So you can get a bit more demographics here, like this and so on. So it's really useful information here. Click on the save button. And then we can scroll down here. We can put in over here what we can do. We can either type in, again, just like we did in custom segments, things that people have searched for, or we can click on the browse button, and we can say here, in our Google Analytics in GA4, we have already set up audiences. So we can say we want to retarget people who have already visited our website before, right? Or if you set up other websites, other audiences, like for example, people who have visited our website but not bought, we can select those, right? Depending on which audience we've selected here. I want to keep that unselected for now. Now over here, lookalike segments. This is now looking at your current data, and you can show your ads to people who match your current criteria, so your current audiences. So you can really specify what type of audience that you want to reach who may not have already interacted with you, right? So this is a good way of expanding your campaign, but again, I'm going to leave it for now. Same with detailed demographics. So what you can do is you can say, hey, I want to show the ads to people who have got an interest in kitchen and dining room, right? So now you're really homing in terms of who your ads are going to be shown to, because these are people who have got some type of an interest in kitchen and dining room as opposed to, say, living room. Okay, so we can do that. And then likewise, we can also exclude audiences. We can say audiences who we don't want our ad to be shown to, and again, you can either put a search criteria or you can choose something from your list, but for now I'm going to leave it alone. Demographics, again, super important. If you already know your data, that let's say for example, if you're selling items or products which are only specific to male or female, you can say, hey, I don't want my ads to be shown to male, which means that your ads are a lot more focused towards the audience that you do wish to target. And likewise with the age as well, because you could be targeting a younger age general. You might have, say, a funky settee or a funky chair, and it might be only targeted towards an audience of 18 to 34. So you can really target who your ads are now being shown to. Then you simply click on the save button. Oh, sorry, it's giving me an audience name here. So I'm going to say kitchen, and you can say like female, for example, right? Interests kitchenware. By having meaningful names, you can then look back and see what your ad group's all about, rather than trying to go inside the ad group and trying to work out what it's all about. Because then I'd say that, for each ad group, try to keep your audience just to one type of audience, because then you can really experiment with which audience is working and which audience is not working. So then you click on the save button. Then we scroll down. Google's got this option here to saying use optimized targeting. I normally turn that off because that's Google saying I'm going to try to reach other people who I think might be interested in your products or services. I like to turn that off because I like to be in a bit more control and not just let Google burn my budget away. So now I'm going to click on go to ad one. This is where we now create the ad, which is what will be shown to your end user. So you give it an ad name. So this I'm going to call kitchen. And then I'm going to add a few headlines. So I'm going to add the mandatory ones in for now. Kitchen, furniture, online, buy kitchen, 0% interest free, so on. Your business name, so I'm going to give it a business name here, so my home or even the website, so myhomefurniture.co.uk. And then, very importantly, on the right hand side here, you can see what your ad will actually look like on YouTube, Discovery, and Gmail as well. So you've got to put some data in. So I'm going to click, firstly, most importantly, I'm going to add a logo. Click on add. And I've already got a logo added. So you can go with, so sometimes Google will suggest ideas to you as to what images you can put there, or you can you can enter your website address here, and it will fetch the images from your website. Or if you already uploaded them, you can just simply click on here and click on the save button like so. So I added a logo. And then I can say, what page do I want to take people to? So generally what you do is you'd go to your website and you'd take people to the most relevant page. So in this case, I want to take people to this page over here, which is kitchenware. I want to copy the link from myhomefurniture.co.uk. So I click here and I'm going to type in the link here. And then, like all good practices, I'm going to type in kitchen. I'm going to type kitchen or kitchenware or whatever you want over here, and now you can see that this will start to add up, right? So you'll start to see more and more images over here based on what you've already selected. I'm now going to, so it's getting some of the images from the website. I'm going to add some images here, so I'm going to click on add cover image. So I'm going to click on add, and I'm going to type in my own furniture, give it a URL here, and click on OK. Oops, what's gone wrong here? Oh, sorry, I need to add 3 images. So I'm going to add image, and maybe add image. Click on the save button, and then click on the done. There you go. It's really important that you also add videos as well. So when you click on videos, you can either search for a video, so you can click on add a video into here, or you can create a video, right? So if you click on the add, it'll ask you where do you want to get the video from, and then you can simply just upload your video into here. So it's really important, because in this way your video will actually be shown on the YouTube channel as well. Then we again, review this, keep an eye on this to see what your ads might actually look like. So it's giving you a bit of a preview what on Gmail, on YouTube if you've got your links added, and as well as your images as well. So it's not just about showing your videos on YouTube, but it's also showing your images on YouTube too. So when people are scrolling and they're looking at various videos, then your image will appear on the YouTube page itself. Then you simply click on review, and it'll give you some stats here about summary, your daily budget, your start date, no end date, and what your goal is. And obviously it's giving some recommendations as to your budget. You can either go with it or you can ignore it. That's really up to you. Again, I'm not going to go into the advanced option. And then you simply click on the publish button here, and by clicking on the publish, your demand gen campaign will actually go live. So that's pretty much how you create a very basic demand gen campaign, and in this case how to create a demand gen campaign for an e-commerce website. So if you're selling goods or products, the same applies if you're promoting a service. So whether you're a plumber, a dentist, a chiropractor, anxiety therapist, whatever you are, right? It's the same sort of structure applies to this. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, what are your questions, right? Put them in the comments below, and please do remember to hit the subscribe, hit the notifications button, and look forward to seeing you on another video. Guys, don't forget, get a copy of this book. how to win customers with Google Ads. The link is in the description, and all you got to cover is the postage and packaging. Goodbye for now.